Hi, my name is Stefano Ferrari and I'm a cinematographer. Today I'm here to introduce the new 1x1 Gemini LED panel. The great thing of an LED unit like the Gemini is the fact that it gives us cinematographer incredible flexibility. It does all the colors in the color wheel. You can dim it up and down. And it has a color temperature that ranges from 2700 Kelvin until 10,000 Kelvin. This is our first lighting setup. What I use is a side light, which is roughly 2 stops over our wraparound, and I feature our 1x1 Gemini diffused by a 2x3 silk. For our wraparound fill light, I use a B-flat and 2 1x1 Astras bouncing off of it. To control our contrast, I use a bit of a negative by using a 4x4 floppy in a L shape and our own bounce board to fill a bit the nose shadows on the darker side of the face. You can see on the face our key light, which is our side 1x1 Gemini, roughly a stop and a half over our wraparound, and then we have our fill wrapping around the face of our character, and a negative fill trying to give some contrast on the darker side of the face. What we're trying to recreate, what our side light in this case, it's a soft window light. And what happens is when we turn it off, let's try it. The things get very flat. And let's turn it on back again. And this instead creates an image that, first of all, it's a bit more cinematic, and second of all, it creates something a bit more three-dimensional on the face of our character. Even though it's small size, it's a 1x1 unit, the Gemini has an incredible punch. And this allows us to use it naked and have a very sourcey light and easy to control, or diffuse it. What we're trying to do right now is to create a living room setup where our characters will be watching TV. What I'm trying to do right now is to add a topper. This would allow us to control the spill on our background. What I did to recreate the TV effect is using the 1x1 Gemini that features a TV look. And it's diffused by a 2x3 silk with an extra layer of 216 diffusion. In our background, I added a tungsten light that contrasts quite nicely with the cool colors of the TV. To push that light, I use a 1x1 Astra with full diffusion and egg crate. We're shooting this scene with our C200 at ISO 640, which I changed from our previous setup, which was the daylight. In a very dark setup, especially with digital camera, we work in the opposite direction, like if we would with film. The Gemini 1x1 weighs around 5 kilograms, which makes it a lightweight unit. And the advantage of that on set is that it's easy to rig. Has a max draw of 200 watts, which is nothing. It could be plugged in any outlet. On the other hand, it can also run on batteries. And when you run on batteries, it doesn't lose any intensity. Here we set up for a daylight scene. We have our two beautiful actors, Marisa and Chano, arguing. And what I did was a very simple lighting setup, which is our 1x1 bouncing off a 4x4 white card. And this gives us a warm wraparound. So it gives us a sense of interior lighting happening, but keeping also the contrast between the daylight, which is our key light, and our fill light, which is the tungsten. As a cinematographer, I do have a mantra, which is that as filmmakers don't have excuses in the screening room. We can tell that we didn't have enough time or we didn't have enough money. And I think having a light like this that gives us so much flexibility and so many features packed inside of it allows us to have that flexibility that we look for on set, and allows us to have a smaller package, which requires obviously less money to rent things out. I really enjoyed my time on set today with the 1x1 Gemini. If you want more information, click the link down below. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time.